Hey guys, Dana here with Prestige Dog Grooming School and the Everyday Pet Groomer. Just gonna wait for a couple people to come on. Just wanted to give my sympathies to anybody dealing with coronavirus and all the craziness that comes with that. We've had tons of cancellations ourselves and we're just kind of limping on at this point. So I just thought I'd come on and just say hi to everybody. Hey Jackie. And couple of things. So this Saturday, I am going to go live this Saturday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'm going to just talk about staying positive and staying productive during this time, especially if you're in isolation. So, hey Fiona, hey Roxanne, hey Megan. So I'm going to talk about that. That's going to be 7 p.m. this Saturday. And then I'm also going to make a big announcement this Saturday. I've got a plan to help inspire you guys over the coming weeks that I am going to announce this Saturday. So, again, that's going to be this Saturday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And just know, guys, I'm right there with you. And let's just try our best to stay positive and uplift each other. I'm just doing this little Yorkie right now. I know I've done a couple videos on these drop coat type of guys, so I just wanted to show you what I like to do. When I'm talking to owners about these guys, this girl is always matted. She's a Morkie, so she's got that really soft, fuzzy, staticky hair, but it's also got a bit of this silk to it too. It's just a horrible combination, honestly. But she's super cute and super well behaved. So I just wanted to show you how we make this a quick, easy groom. For me, I prefer a couple options with these guys. Option one is just to outline trim. So we just give the chest some shape, the underline some shape, the little booty some shape, nice beveled feet, and maybe a longer Yorkie style head. That's an option. I really like that option, and we do that on her quite frequently. Today we're going a bit shorter just because we have no idea when she's going to be able to come in next. So at this point, with everything that's going on, we're going a bit shorter. So for today, I'm going to do a 5/8 guard comb, or the yellow, on my wall 5 and 140 blade underneath. And with this kind of hair, I always go with the grain and very firmly and slowly. I find a lot of groomers with guard combs are trying to go as quick as they can with their regular clippers, but you got to slow it down with these. So I'm going with the grain and very slowly. And I almost do a pulling motion. So I'm pulling the hair just as I would if I were combing the hair. So that's a key with guard combs and these drop coats as well. A lot of people find they can't get these guards to cut this kind of thin, fine hair. But you've got to go over and over very slowly, even pressure, and just allow that to grab. And a little bit of a twist can grab that hair really, really quickly. And I'm going to wrap this around and just make this a really fast little groom. Same thing on these areas. You can see it doesn't grab the hair very well. So I'm going to just comb out, not back brush, but I'm just going to comb out very lightly with a fine comb, and then go over again. And again, even pressure and slow it down. Don't try and go quickly. It's not gonna, you have to give this hair a chance to be able to cut. And at a slight angle sideways, I can get a little bit more. But I like to do these guys with the hair. Otherwise it ends up taking it too short, and we want her longer. So now that I've done all of that, here it didn't grab again, so I'm just gonna come, and again, very slowly, wrap that around. I like to do the body. Again, when I talked about in my other leg video about drop coated hair, is that if you can ever have the chance to leave these legs alone and not layer them, absolutely take it and convince your owners of it, because the more you layer these legs, the harder they are to scissor, and it's just a giant nightmare. So I'm just going to come in with these are the new Gem Sassy dogs from Angie and Mike Kitney, Angie Patrician and Mike Kitney, LA Sharpening and Super Sharp Mobile. And I'm just gonna come, another thing is when you're doing an underline, I like to come in from the rear and angle in this way. It just ends up taking and tucking it in so nicely versus coming this way. So just tuck it in this way and wrap it around. On these breeds, I really am using thinning shears and chunkers the most. I'm really not a big thinning shear or chunker user, but these breeds, it just totally makes sense. A softer, more natural look is absolutely the best thing with this kind of hair. I'm just gonna come in. I prefer for my little tuck up area just to use a curved shear and match that right in. But if you do things step by step, you can get these grooms to be really, really quick. On the rear end, I'm just gonna come and wrap that right around blunt. There's two options with this hair, either thinning shear it or just make it very, very blunt. Those are the two best options. The more you try and layer this, the worse it gets. So now I'm going to double check that line again. You're fine. You're a good little girl. And now again with these legs, less is more. So we're gonna come just like I did in the video, really comb that out. Sorry, I'm gonna use the Artero static spray. Ooh, sprayed it myself. Comb out. And that static spray, what it does is it just adds a bit of weight to the end of the hair. And then I'm gonna comb with the comb side or tooth side of my thinner down. So I'm just combing that down rather than layering this whole thing. I'm just gonna tame it in that way. Use my comb to comb out. And again, tame that leg in. Less is more, remember, don't do too much. And then we're gonna finish that giving the leg an outline. So then outline your leg. So giving that leg an outline. And remember, your comb's your best friend. You need to go slowly so that hair can have a chance to come up. I'm just gonna less is more with this. And your little hairs you see, touch those up. Now the inside layer of these legs is just as important. That was her tail, sorry. I like to make sure I'm getting that all tidied up too. I take the inside layers very, very short so that it's easy to maintain. And now that I've got that area dealt with, now I can comb out the rest very slowly. And then I like to just match it up right to the front of the toe. So just straight line down to that toe. And then you've got a nice little sculpted leg. And then on the back here, I'm just gonna go really, really lightly and just less is more, just because she doesn't have much hair on the back here. And it's almost, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's like really, really paper thin back here. So we're just gonna less is more again. Gonna come from sideways. And again, see how we can comb that out? And then just dust it down with those thinners. And then I'm gonna do the same on the inside of her back leg. I've taken a lot out on the inside of this back leg, so she doesn't have much back here anymore. And that's just for maintenance sake. A lot of the dogs I do for speed grooming and for maintenance with these long haircuts, especially when they have crappy hair, I take a lot out on the inside so that you have just a much easier time maintaining. And then last but not least, you need to get this foot done. Now you can see she's got a major, major cowlick on this foot. So anytime I'm dealing with cowlicks, I always say to just go with them because you can't change it. So don't try and change it because the shorter you take it, the worse that cowlick's going to look. So same as the drop coat foot video I posted yesterday, straight cut across the front, right to the toenails. And then I'm parting that hair side to side. And then I'm gonna do a straight cut across on the side and also on the other side. And now I'm lining up the tips of my shears with the length of her hair. So that's what a lot of groomers do. They over scissor and they end up taking everything short. So now see how we have a very square foot? Now I'm going to comb everything out again. And now you're just going to barely tip those corners. This is going to help all you guys that often take feet pointy. And now because this cowlick wants to go this way, despite all my prep work and everything, that's the way I'm going to comb it. Go with it. Don't try and work against nature. You can try your best with the prep work, but ultimately just go with it. Combing up lightly, and I'm just going to dust this top. Just barely dust, guys. Remember, drop coats, you don't want to layer this a lot, otherwise it's going to be a mess. Let it go back natural. See how going slow we can find another patch of hair that can be trimmed there. And then once her foot is down natural position, I can see that there's some here that needs to get trimmed. And that's how I like to deal with these drop coats, is just keep it simple. And then I do the exact same thing on the front. So anyways, guys, stay positive. And again, live this Saturday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And we're going to talk about positivity and staying productive in this time. And I'm going to announce what I have come up with to help you guys be inspired and productive during this odd time in our lives. Okay, thanks, guys.